You keep going. I mean, keep going. Because it's going to tell you that after the Yahweh Shah gets down and we go around slaying, motherfucker, you got people who are in chains. So that shows you right there that the kingdom of heaven isn't for everybody as far as prospering. There got to be somebody in chains, because that's what scriptures talk about. And if you read Revelations 2, they tell you, he that overcometh to the end, the same will I give power over the nations. As a potter's vessel shall he break them, with the rod of iron. Who that's talking about if the kingdom of heaven is for everybody. There's going to be a ruler, and there's going to be servants. And he told the disciples, because they said, we have forsaken all, what shall we get? He said, he that hath forsaken everything, you shall be with me judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So we still going to be getting down. And we got a kingdom to build, so we're going to have servants. All right? Because really this earth is all the Lord's. It's all the Lord's. So we're going to come and we're going to build this kingdom, and we're going to have workers, and they're going to be getting physical, okay? Y'all going to have to be physically carrying and shit while we just levitate across the room. You going to have to get physical and carry that shit. You're going to have to use tools. You're going to have to get dirty. All that stuff, man. While we, got the power to do it ourselves, but we not going to do it. You going to do it. Okay?
Quick precept. It's Jeremiah 4:7. The lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy city shall be laid waste without an inhabitant. For this gird you with sackcloth, lament and howl, for the fierce anger of the Lord is not turned back from us. And it shall come to pass that at that day, said the Lord, that the heart of the king shall perish. The heart of the king shall perish, and the heart of the princes and the priests shall be astonished, and the prophets shall wonder. Then said I, Oh Lord, Yahweh, surely thou hast greatly deceived this people in Jerusalem, saying, Ye shall have peace, whereas the sword reacheth unto the soul. Reacheth unto the soul.
That's right. So the sword is coming. And that lion that comes out of his thicket, that's actually Nebuchadnezzar. The apostles brought that out. It's actually about Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, because he gave all the nations power, but I thought of that too. But yeah, so the point is, man, Israel think peace is coming, but there is no peace coming. But like I said, this is all, it's all good, man. It's a good thing that this have to happen, man. I could have told that Jake talking about retirement. I could have told him, look, man, I got some bad news. Really, it's good news. You ain't gonna be able to see that happen. Your little vision, you ain't gonna be able to see it happen, man. But that's a good thing, because the faster this place goes down, the best we can get to our kingdom. There is light at the end of the tunnel. This isn't just some evil times we coming into and that's it. There's nothing to look forward to. No, there's a reason for this. The fact that the devil got to come down with great wrath, that he's shooken in his boots, he's terrified, that makes me happy. That's a reminder to you that he's more afraid of you than we are of him. He's more afraid of us, man. In slavery, he had to beat us and stuff. He had to do that to prove to himself that I'm not afraid of you, but really he was. He just looked at us like, look at these people with power, the skin. Surely God's chosen people, I'm gonna beat you because I want to prove that I'm strong. They're afraid of us more than we are afraid of them. That's what you don't get. They're afraid of the woolly hair, the beards. Even you so-called black women, the white woman is afraid of you with the long. I be watching some old videos, man, in the 60s. The sisters back then, they had the big long afros, man. And they all look good. Mm-hmm. They all look good. Them Edomites was terrified of you, man. They're afraid of you.
They're afraid of your presence.
Yeah.
Your presence, man.
That's why they pick on you when you walk in the little bars and stuff. They like, we don't want this guy around. They're afraid of how you look. They're afraid of your presence. They're afraid of what you speak. They're afraid of your power. They're afraid
of your head down when they see you.
They're afraid of your spirituality. They're afraid of your sense. They're afraid of your vibrations. That's why in the ring, man, when you have an Edomite versus a Jake, really that Edomite is terrified. Yeah. Because he can't go up against this. I'm about to get my ass kicked.
And unless in the ring. I thought you said the Marines.
Oh, no, the
How much
Marines.
does this pay
The
again?
Octagon too. But unless Jake on his stuff, he can get knocked out. But for the most part, them Edomites are terrified, man. They hate. They're afraid of you,
And
man.
when they do beat Jake, the whole fucking arena just bursts. Like they get the, they go crazy
Yeah.
if anybody beat a Jake in there.
They look like a
So-called black
white.
man.
They even look like a so-called white person. They look like, yeah, we gotta win. Yeah, we got one of them niggas.
But when niggas win, the arena be quiet as a
They
motherfucker.
leave, pack up early, you know?
They're like, no. You know? They more afraid of us than we are of them. So I ain't afraid of these people. But you just know what they got. You know that they either carrying, right? Or you know that they want to do something to you. So you'll just be like, you'll worry them. You're like, all right, let me stay away from them. Let me get away from them.
Once I got in the line behind Edomite in the quick trip, I wasn't even close bone. I got in the line in my work uniform. That motherfucker started shaking. I'm talking about he just visibly, like you can see him trembling. Then he got behind me. I'm like, nigga. I'm like, this damn dude. I wasn't even tripping though. I'm like, this is fucking
That
scary
probably could
ass
have been
crack.
one of the ones that did something to you back in the day.
He started literally
Man.
like trembling bad, bro.
Told you about that time I was at home and Rule King. I went and got some change for my dog, and I was walking past the old Edomite lady. She just, I'm like, ain't nobody.
Anxiety.
I'm like, damn.
I'm having visions. Fuck.
Yeah,
This nigga got a chain.
They know it's coming. They know it's coming.
Them Edomite women to scream, right? Oh, don't hurt me. You just stand there looking at her, and she'll like scream or whatever, make it seem like she's a victim or whatever, because that's their greatest fear, man. They're afraid. You stand on the elevator with them. I had one
Take
time
that up, bro.
recently, man. I'm on the elevator. We both going up. I hop on this Edomite. She just like, I am not getting on that. It's just me, and she just like. I'm gonna wait for the next. There's plenty of times the elevator, you know, you go, elevator come, the door open, they just like, oh, never mind.
I seen that. I seen
It'll
that a bunch of
just,
times.
just be me, and I
I
just
used
be
to work
like,
in the hospital. I seen that shit a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
yeah, see,
Then you would see their ass 10 seconds later down in the lobby where you went. Like,
yeah,
motherfucker.
we're going the same way, but because they don't know what you're thinking, man. That's why they want you to smile when they see you. They're like,
I
smile.
want some get back.
They really fear that in the men because they don't know what you're thinking.
I had an Edomite tell me that back in 2014. He was one of my bosses, a supervisor at this little company I work for. He was like, man, I just never know what you're thinking. Starts talking sometime, huh? I just never know. 2 weeks later, I'm fired. But they never told me. They unofficially fired me, you know? They never told me.
But what are they afraid of?
Yeah.
They're afraid. They always, you see, when you among them, you'll just probably think like, all right, I gotta watch these devils. But they thinking like, what are they up to? You know? That's why when they see Jake get together having a good time, they gotta come mess that up. Like,
What is going on over
what's
here?
going on over
Oh, they
here?
gonna call them boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're down there smoking dope again.
yeah, barbecue Becky and all them other ones. You know? Oh, you can keep going on that. In fact, once you're done with that, the point of that I want, we can wrap it up. But yeah, like that's good. That's a good lesson too. They're more afraid of us than we are of them. They really are, man. Jake don't be worried about these Edomites. Half the time, Jake just be wanting to have a good time. It'd be Esau that'd be like, we gotta go over there and fuck something up because they having a good time. We're afraid, you know. They're the ones that go to sleep at night worried about if we're planning something.
Esau is always the aggressor, bro. He just real slick with it.
And that's
Yeah.
because it's,
Always the aggressor.
and that's because it's out of fear. It's out of fear.
Let you move in one of them motherfucking nice ass neighborhoods and little do or something. They gonna get you out of there, bro.
Yeah.
That's all they gonna think
They gonna
about.
show their aggression.
It's because they fugitives, man.
Think they always getting hunted down. They think that it's their time to get hunted down.
Everybody be grabbing their purses and shit like, that's the shit y'all got from us, bitch. Everything that's in your purse. You're the thief, not me.
We ain't here to take it back yet. It'll be soon. Verse 12. Afterwards saw I the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and some brought of them that were offered.
So some were glad, some were sorry, and it says some were bound. Bound. Because he's the Lord that's coming back to take his kingdom. This is his. You understand? He's the one. It only makes sense he gets first dibs on these devils. That's why we pray that, Lord willing, we the hunters. Because we want that spiritual power too. It's got to come from him. And he got to give us the commandment. It said, happy shall he be when he dashed thy little ones just thy pieces. And he also got to give us the spirit of to destroy and kill.
His wrath.
And his wrath, because if Jake was to go on a killing spree, you'd probably throw up or something, you know. You got a weak stomach. A lot of people can't see that. And the brothers be sharing graphic stuff, judgment and stuff. I don't even watch all of them half the time.
Like that video, I ain't even watch it. I just saw the thumbnail. I shared that black woman had that knife.
Yeah.
Stabbed that baby.
Yeah.
Did she stab him?
No, this thing gets stopped right there. But they took that, it stopped right there because it was like short. She said, as soon as she put like as soon as the dude was like, what you doing? It stopped, Like then, and then the Jake, that's why I was like, okay. That's why I shared it, because I knew it wasn't. But Jake, they be sharing judgment. Some brothers can take it, some brothers, because if I see some things, depending on the mood, it might mess me up the whole day.
I can see an Edomite baby get stabbed up. I just can't see no little Jake baby get shanked.
But just to see that, man, that's cruel. But Jake was showing some judgment. People get some judgments, on the job and stuff. It all depends on the mood I'm in, because I'll be thinking about it all the time. So
you can't watch that website, Best Gore.
Best Gore.
Best Gore.
So the Lord gonna have to give us that spirit to just kill without nothing. Like you said, meditate terror. We just gonna be thinking like, what the fuck? We gonna kill your ass.
We just gonna go into a rage when he put his anger upon us. That's what they say. He gonna put his anger.
Exactly.
His anger. Imagine that on us.
Like we mad, really the Lord like, hey, y'all brothers ain't mad yet. Y'all ain't mad yet.
All this graphic shit we talking about, that's his anger he did to them.
Exactly.
That's his judgment he put on them. So he gonna put that in us. That's crazy.
And on top of it, when we get mad, we'll cool off eventually. Yahushua gonna be pissed. He gonna stay pissed. The spirit that's gonna be on us, we gonna be pissed for good, man. We're gonna be saluting brothers with all love. Just look at the Edomite like,
That's red. Terminator.
I have to kill this mother, That's just how it's gonna be. We're gonna salute brothers. It's gonna be love in the kingdom. Love. See a heathen. Motherfucker, I kill your ass. That's how it's gonna be. Gonna have brothers over. Our brother, the show tonight is gonna be, we're gonna feed some crackers to some lions, man. We're gonna put some spirits on these gorillas, and we just gonna watch and laugh.
Man, yeah.
Salute, praising the Lord, while them Edomites getting beat by them gorillas. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be. The Lord gotta put that spirit on us. He gotta put that spirit on us.
I'm gonna let my kids have fun too.
Oh yeah, the kids.
They had some homework. Some homework. What King Amaziah was doing, throwing them damn Edomites off the cliff, watching them splash.
There it is.
Woo!
I can't wait to just give my lions and my creatures the commandment to watch these crack, like they start slacking, just get their ass.
That's another thing. I want to see what the beast can do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Use Esau. I want to see how strong a gorilla or silverback really is.
You can test it out.
Y'all get in there and box. Get in there and
Put
box.
his ass in a UFC cage.
And we're gonna be laughing. That's the beauty of it. We're gonna be laughing. Esau, watch now. You got some crew. These are the things. You know what the things you did to us, and you did the things to us for humor, and you did that for no reason. You actually gathered around and took a photo of a Jake hanging after you castrated him.
And burned them.
And you guys thought that was fun after and
cheesy, demonic.
for
Made
no reason.
postcards about it out of them.
Yep.
For no reason. Like speaking of postcards, you had circuses where a part of the game was to hit a nigga. Hit a nigga, pick up like a ball or something.
Catch a nigga by the top.
Hit a nigga in the face. Like if you managed to black the nigga out or something, you get a prize. These are the things you did for fun to us. And it was unjustifiable, man. Just because you hated us. We're gonna get some alligator bait so we can sell alligators. We're gonna use niggas as bait. Nigga babies as bait. This is what you did. These are the things you did. And we're gonna let you know all the things you did. So we're not just gonna do it to you so you don't know. We're gonna show you the reason why. Because these are the things you did to us.
Esau was taking the baddest of our women. Vice versa. It's coming back.
Yep.
It's coming back around.
It's happening.
Read that part.
The Arabs is doing that shit too.
Yeah, we're gonna get all of them. We're gonna get
They
the
little
best
baddies
women.
coming out.
I mean, the spirit I'm in right now, shoot, the only women they get to keep are the average and belows. You know, some brothers may want the averages
Just to piss them off.
just to piss them off.
You gonna get Gretchen over there. And there, afterwards saw I the same man come down from the mountain and call unto him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound, and others some brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I awake and said, Thou hast showed thy servant wonders from the beginning, and hast counted me worthy that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream.
So he broke it down to him. And what he said was that was Yahweh Shai. That multitude that fought against the Lord is pretty much the beast that's talked about in Revelation 13. Also in Daniel 7, the fourth beast. And the peaceable multitude is the elect. The elect in a mixed multitude, which are also Israelites of the elect. The people that are bound are the ones that, are the other nations. And then our kingdom is going to start to get bigger. And then they also break down that those are the 10 tribes. The one explains that the 10 tribes had already came over here to the Americas, which at the time was known as Ashtoreth, which means another land. Which all adds up to prophecy, because now Judah and Ephraim were pressed together. It all happened over here. It said, Gad, the troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome